All right, everybody, welcome back to the #1 television program in the history of the entire universe. I am Brian Lee Durfee, author of The Forgetting Moon, The Blackest Heart, and The Lonesome Crown, all three books published by Simon & Schuster's Saga Press. Today I'm going to be reviewing Fool's Fate by Robin Hobb. This is book number 3 in her Tawny Man trilogy of books. It came out in 2004. I've also got book reviews on the channel for book number 1, Fool's Errand, and book number 2, Golden Fool. So if you want to watch these videos before you watch this video, that's fine with me. All you need to do is type in my last name into your search bar, and then Robin Hobb's name, type that also into your search bar, your YouTube search bar to be specific, and somehow, through some sort of pagan sorcery, those book reviews will magically appear upon your computer screen. So let's talk about the cover first, because you know I love graphic design and cover illustration. This has got a pretty decent cover by Stephen Ewell. I mean, it matches the other covers that Stephen Ewell did for the trilogy. And the book, and all three books in the trilogy look really nice on the shelf. The spines all match. Looks pretty dope. Now, I have met Robin Hobb just once, and it was recently. It was in December at Dragonsteel. I had her sign my original Assassin's Apprentice book, and so she signed them. And I always love showing off my signed books. But anyway, there's that. Now, there's in this book here also, there are, we'll put those up here. There are some maps. There's a map of our fantasy land, which is unique because it's a map of Alaska upside down or something like that. It's why I wore my Alaska shirt. Robin Hobb grew up in Fairbanks, Alaska. I also grew up in Fairbanks, Alaska. A little bit of research on Robin Hobb. I found out she graduated from Lathrop High School in Fairbanks, Alaska, and I lived on Buttercup Street, which was right across the street from Lathrop High School in Alaska. So there's whatever. You make of that what you will. I don't give a shit. I just thought it was kind of cool. There's also another little bit of illustration in here. It's just a cool book series. So, I love this series. The Assassin's Apprentice series was one of my favorite fantasy series of all time. I've been reading the Tawny Man here in the last 6 months. I've been reading and reviewing these. They're great. I love them. Robin Hobb's writing style is just gorgeous, reminiscent of Tad Williams and all the other great prose writers in the fantasy genre. Just absolutely dynamite. Her characterizations, which are the strong suit of her novels, shine through in every novel, especially this one. And I'm going to start this review by saying, this might be my favorite Robin Hobb novel right after the original Assassin's Apprentice, which was a dynamite novel. All of her novels are dynamite. So far, we've read and reviewed the Assassin's Apprentice trilogy, the Live Ship Traders trilogy, and now this Tawny Man trilogy. And we've still got another stack of books to go. Another stack of Robin Hobb books over here to go. But anyway, let's get to this book here. Starts out with Fitz Chivalry, our main character. He's been given the task of, he's going under the name, he's hiding out. He's got a fake name, an assumed name. Badgerlock is what they call him. And he's kind of hiding out. He's been given the task of taking Burrick's son, Swift, as his apprentice to learn the ways of the assassins, the ways of how to do the wit magic, the skill of the wit where you talk to animals and do different magic sorcery things, some sort of pagan sorcery. I think it might be the sorcery that's getting YouTube to show you these videos. I don't know. You know, when you search for things, somehow it shows up on your YouTube. And I think it's the wit magic. I think that's what she's teaching. What Badgerlock / Fitzchivalry is teaching this his apprentice. Now, we know in the first trilogy, the Assassin's Apprentice trilogy, that Fitz also went through this when he was a kid. He was apprenticed to Chade the Assassin. So it's kind of, this book is kind of reminiscent, kind of a callback to the original book. Fitz, now there's other characters in the story, like the Fool. That's why all these novels have something to do with the Fool, because the Fool takes a very prominent role in this trilogy. And but Fitz in the beginning of this book, he's kind of on the outs with the Fool. I mean, they're not really getting along that great. Um, Things are not, you know, their relationship is strained. Let's just say that. And even with Chade and Prince Dutiful, it seems like Fitz is kind of like, it's not like things aren't really completely right with those relationships either. But anyway, there's an upcoming journey quest that Fitz Chivalry must take. And he must include a lot of the other characters in the book. A lot of the other characters in the book are included in this quest. One of the reasons I really delighted in rereading this book is I'd forgotten a lot about it. But it is a straight quest novel. The characters go on a big epic journey, like a Fellowship of the Ring type of journey. And I really enjoyed that because the characters, as they're out on this journey, of which Fitz isn't really all that excited to go. He's kind of dreading it. But anyway, what is the journey, you might say? What is this big journey that Durfee's talking about? Well, the quest is they must journey far across the sea to an island that's got glaciers on it, and they must behead an ice dragon that's frozen in the ice, allegedly. Or so rumor is that there's this big dragon, black dragon frozen in the ice, as the cover depicts. Anyway, so that's the quest. So the quest goes across the sea with our characters. Our quest goes through frozen landscapes, frozen forests, frozen dungeons, frozen glaciers, mountains. Everything's cold and icy and frozen, which is good because this is the middle of the winter when I read this book. I've been reading a lot of books set in frozen. Like I just read The Terror by Dan Simmons. I just read Polar Star by Martin Cruz Smith, which was about a ship in the ice. All of the last 3 books or so that I've read are about ships in frozen seas. Polar Star, Dan Simmons' book, and this one. They cross the frozen ocean. Anyway, not everybody that's part of this quest is really that gung-ho about beheading a dragon. In fact, some of them are actively fighting against it. They're not in support of this journey at all, but yet they're on the journey. And that's where the conflict and drama takes place on this journey. One of the more action-packed books written by Robin Hobb. A lot of her books are just kind of slow burns. You read them because you love the writing style and you love the characters and how they interact. You get all of that in this book, plus quite a bit more action scenes and adventure and things like that. And even death that you get in other books. It's actually, like I said, it's one of my favorites. It's a magnificent quest novel where I will say, not everybody makes it through alive. That's all I'm going to say about that. 10 out of 10, this book. It is absolutely fantastic. It's my second favorite of the Robin Hobb rereads that we're doing. I would say Assassin's Apprentice is my favorite. And then probably the entire Mad Ship trilogy, the Live Ship Traders trilogy is really good too. And this one is right up there with those. I mean, if not my second favorite. Anyway, that's the review of the book.